back to the channel. Guns, Ammo, and Drones here. And today we've got the Walther Creed 9mm polymer pistol. Now, I'm not a big fan of high bore axis guns, and to be honest with you, I didn't realize it was going to be this big before I ordered it. I kind of had an idea afterwards, but this technically is considered one of those budget pistols. You can still find these for between $260, $270, and $350, and then up. Sometimes guys on Gunbroker want $500 for these, and it's just ridiculous. But it is a pretty good budget pistol. When I picked this up for the first time and I actually held this thing, okay, other than noticing how huge and honkin' this slide is, okay, with that being out of the way first, that's the first thing I noticed. When I held the gun, I could tell that it was a very comfortable pistol. The ergonomics are fantastic. Now, you don't have any of the options to change out the back straps or anything. Basically what you get is you get this hump, and you get these finger grooves in here, and it gives you a really good grip on the gun. Now, it's not overly aggressive, and realistically, it's not as aggressive as I'd like. I guess I've kind of gotten spoiled on like the Smith & Wesson 2.0s or the Taurus, the G2C or the G3 line. It's just not that aggressive, but the way that the grip feels, it's probably a medium, is what I can kind of guesstimate if I had to put a size on this, but it feels really good in the hand. Plenty of room for your pinky. Now, this is a full-size pistol. This is the same size as the Glock 17. I happen to have the Beretta APX out here, and these two are very, very similar. I love this Beretta APX. It feels great. The slide is nice. It feels wonderful. You can check out my other video on this one. But as far as comparison, you can actually see that the Walther is bigger. This is actually 1.3 inches wide. Now, I did put a set of calipers on it earlier, and I could not get it to 1.3, which is what Walther says. I was only able to get it up to 1.23, and maybe they rounded up. I really don't know, and maybe my calipers were off. I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to start with some of the features down here at the bottom. Magazine is 16+1. Steel mag. They're made in Italy, so I'm assuming these are probably Mecgar, to be honest with you. They look like it. I could be wrong, but anyway, they're nice. You get two of these with the pistol. The grip here, again, it wraps all the way around, so it's all the same except for where it has the name here, Creed, but it wraps all the way around. And the profile of this pistol is very similar to, well, it's similar to the Beretta APX, but it really mimics the H&K VP9. I don't have a VP9 to show you, but you kind of get the idea. It's got this hump on the back and whatnot. So the magazine release, I love big magazine releases. They're never a problem for me. And this one here is it's probably 3/8 of an inch, maybe just a hair more, but it's steel, and it really does a good job of kicking these mags out. You can see it does have a positive release as far as the mag when it releases, so you don't have to grab it and pull it out, or it just doesn't gravity, drop out. With gravity, it actually pushes out whenever it's empty. And you've got a slide stop and a slide release. So for me, I guess I've gotten spoiled on Glocks and like this APX down here. I like to use the slide stop as a slide release also. So when I come across a pistol that has that, that's just a personal preference that I like. My Smith & Wessons, my 2.0s, they don't do that. And there's a couple other pistols that I have that just don't do that. They're made not to use that with, and it's just a personal preference. I like it. You do have a steel trigger. As you can see, there is no trigger safety on it. There's no little trigger bar here. It does have internal safety on it, but not on the trigger itself. Trigger wise, this gun is supposed to be about 6.5, and that's probably right. I didn't put the trigger gauge on it, but just by feeling it, I can kind of tell that it's probably about 6.5 pounds. Now, the reset is really long. If you guys are one of those gun guys that are into resets, you might not like this, because this has probably a 3/8 inch reset, so it's really long. This gun here actually has the same trigger in this one as in the bigger brother to this one, the PPX. Now when I say the bigger brother, it's the more expensive one. So it's got a lot of different, I don't want to say a lot of different features, but it's more expensive. It's got some better parts in it. But don't let that discourage you from buying this gun, even though it is a budget pistol. This is a really nice gun as far as feel wise. Okay, we covered the long reset. 4-inch barrel. This gun is 27 ounces unloaded, and the finish is actually black tenifer. Kind of reminds me of the Smith & Wesson M2.0 finish. It's actually a really nice finish. It's probably going to wear pretty good. It does come with 2 mags. It has just your basic white 3-dot sights. I don't know if you guys can see those or not, but these are like dice. I mean, they're big, and I like that. I don't mind that one bit that they're the bigger dots. The other thing that you're going to notice on this gun, like I said, the slide is huge. It's not as bad as like a High Point, but it is a pretty big slide, real hefty. This is a hammer fired pistol. Now, when I was first looking at this, it's one of those features that kind of I didn't even notice when I ordered the gun. I like hammer fired guns. I prefer striker fired. That's just my thing. I like striker fired, but I do have a lot of hammer fired. And this one here is a pre-cock double action with a bobbed hammer. You can see that it is bobbed, so it does not stick out. All right, but having it show like that means that it's pre-cocked, and then when you pull the trigger, you can see that it releases. The gun overall is it's actually really nice. It's got a great feel to it, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. The mag release can be switched over to left hand use. There's no external safeties as far as like the trigger or the frame or the slide. They don't have it. It's all internal. So it's one of those safe pistols still. It's just a good pistol overall. The ergonomics are great. The trigger's nice. The budget is good. It's a good budget gun. It's not a $200 gun, but if you have $300 to spend, you'll easily be able to get one of these. Other than that, guys, this gun is a pretty decent gun because of the coronavirus and everything going on. All of our gun ranges are closed, so I can't get out to shoot this and show you guys what it can do. But I am looking forward to it. If it's anything like any of the other Walthers that are out there, they have a great history as far as reliability. They are made in Germany. They're just good. They're good pistols, and I don't expect this one to be any different, despite the lower cost. Anyway, that's going to be about it for this. I do want to give a shout out to Freedom Munitions, everybody. They actually make really good ammo, and this batch here that I was sent are remanufactured. And to be honest with you, let me see if I can get this in the shot. I really can't tell that this was remanufactured. I mean, these things are really nice and clean. This almost looks brand new. So they did a really good job, so I really appreciate it. They don't sponsor this channel, not yet. But I when I see good ammo, when I get a good price on it, when it goes bang every single time I put it in a pistol, that says a lot about the company. And a lot of you guys on YouTube use Freedom Munitions also. And anyway, it's a good brand, so make sure you guys order some online. That's what I did with these. I've got some 45s, some 380s that I also had come in at the same time, other than these 9s. And some of those were remanufactured, some of them were new, but they do a really good job. And hope you guys like the video. I've got a couple more guns that I haven't done videos on. We're going to be doing the CMR 30 and the CP 33 by Keltec here pretty soon. Anyway, go buy one of these if you're looking for a nice Walther that's not going to break the bank. Get the Creed, and I think you'll be really happy with it. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching the channel and banging up my views and the subscriptions. I'll be honest with you, the channel has done a lot better than I thought it would. and we'll be hitting 800 subscribers. And for me, considering I didn't really care about it at the time, I was fine with 50 or 40. But I'm really glad that you guys are liking some of the content. I will be putting out some shooting videos of these guns here as soon as this coronavirus goes away, and we'll get back to the range and do some shooting. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay safe.